Over the last few years, we've noticed that the trend in final expense leads has changed. In this video, I'm going to go over several lead options for both face-to-face and final expense telesales. The cheapest to the most expensive leads, what leads are the easiest to get for full-time agents, and what leads give you the best bang for the buck. Oh, and I'm also going to go over the release of our very own high-quality final expense telemarket lead and why we're only selling it for $12 each. Coming up after this. First off, I'm going to ask that you guys push that little like button, as this is a great way to let us know that you're watching our videos. If you don't like the video, it's okay to throw us a thumbs down. Now, if you're a new agent in need of training, we suggest you subscribe to our channel, as we do put out a lot of true training videos. To be notified each time we put out a video, smash on that little bell looking thing that's right next to the subscribe button. With that being said, let's get into the video. For face-to-face sales, direct mail is going to be the best way to get in front of more people. On a regular basis, that is. That's why our top producing agents are all getting around 20 to 40 direct mail leads every single week. Yes, these leads are the most expensive, and they go for around $30 to $35 each. You see, the returns are getting worse and worse on direct mail, so a $30 fixed cost lead option is going to be the best deal for most agents. If you don't have the security deposit or the skill level required to commit to a fixed cost leads program, you can always try doing a mail drop on your own. There are plenty of vendors that will do mail drops for right around $450 per 1,000 pieces. Remember, if the card says the words life insurance on it, the returns may be terrible, less than 0.5%. If you're not careful, you could easily end up paying over $100 for the same lead that you could get for around $30 each. Before I go further, if you're interested in our final expense telesales medical questionnaire, stick around till the end of this video and I'll show you how to get your own copy. This medical questionnaire is designed specifically for agents selling final expense over the phone, and is the exact questionnaire that I use for final expense telesales. Avatar leads are no longer legal. They were cheap and got us in front of a lot of sick people. Personally, I won't be missing them at all. Final expense telemarketing leads are an effective and affordable way to get in front of lots of prospects. They can also be used for final expense telesales. In most cases, you can get a decent quality telemarketing lead for around $15 to $30 each. The prices vary depending on whether the callers are US based or overseas, and the verbiage used by the marketer. Oh, and these prices do tend to vary from state to state. Florida and California are always going to be more expensive than most other states. Keep in mind that some vendors do sell a lower quality telemarket lead for under $10 each. These cheap leads can easily be your best bang for the buck, as they are cheap. They get you in front of lots of people, and as far as I'm concerned, a lead is simply an excuse to make a final expense sales presentation. It's up to you, the agent, to find the need, create interest, and make a strong presentation that puts the prospect into buying mode. Okay guys, so this is the part of the video where I introduce our high quality final expense telemarketing lead program at $12 per lead. Our telemarketers tell the prospect that this is a new, affordable final expense insurance program, and they ask the prospect if it's okay that our agent contacts them within the next few days or so. They also ask the prospect if they'd like a quote for $5,000, $10,000, or $15,000 of life insurance, and they ask the prospect who the beneficiary for the insurance will be, along with their favorite color or hobby, so that they'll be able to identify you as the agent. Yes, the telemarketer does personalize the script by using your name in it too. Like I said guys, you can get these leads for $12 each. Just an FYI, I have no idea if we really want to become a lead vendor or not, so for now, consider this a temporary offer. If you stick around until the end of this video, I'll show you how to contact me for the order form and for some sample recordings of these $12 leads. Now, the hot new lead for selling final expense is the final expense Facebook lead. All you do is get your own landing page and mess around with the ads campaigns. You can generate your own Facebook leads for as little as $10 per lead. We do generate these leads for our contracted agents, but we don't sell them to the general public. The nice thing about these babies is that they are real-time leads. You can keep a campaign running 24 hours a day in the areas that you're selling face-to-face, or you can just turn them on for several hours a day. It's up to you. When it comes to final expense telesales, this lead is awesome. The nice thing about final expense Facebook leads is that once you know what you're doing, you can easily generate as many leads as you want on a state-to-state basis. You can turn them on during your business hours. The leads come in as the prospect fills out the little form, so you can call them back immediately. For telesales, this lead is for sure the best bang for the buck. Now, just to be clear, for final expense telesales, nothing beats the inbound TV lead. The problem with this type of lead is that it costs around $35 each, and you really need to be working with other agents for this to be cost effective. You see, when the TV commercial runs, you get a lot of people that call in at the same time. So if you're by yourself, what are you gonna do? Put them all on hold while you're selling one at a time? That's the main reason why this lead makes no sense for independent agents working on their own from home. The companies that sell this lead expect you to buy them 24 hours a day too. People will call in the middle of the night, so you do need to consider an answering service to get the most out of these type of TV leads. Again, just another reason why this type of lead only works well if you're working with a small group of agents. To me, spending $35 per lead only makes sense if you can get the most out of that lead. There are final expense IMOs and agencies that use these type of inbound TV leads, and they do offer final expense telesales from home. I don't recommend them. Even though these agencies don't charge the agents for the leads, in most cases, they usually only pay around 40% commission, and they got other monthly fees that the agents have to pay. Then there's the non-compete agreement. Look, if someone teaches you their sales system, it kind of makes sense that they have you sign a non-disclosure agreement. But the last thing that I want to do is sign a non-compete, especially when my commission level is stuck at 40%. That's how you become a hostage to that company. Look guys, we've all heard the story of the guy that made the deal with the devil at the crossroads. You know it didn't end well for him. It probably won't end well for you either. At United Final Expense Services, we simply suggest our telesales agents work telemarket and Facebook leads. We start you at 100 to 120% commission levels and give you multiple carrier products to sell. So you leave each one of your clients with the best price product based on their health criteria. If you have all your contracts with us, we give you access to our high quality final expense telemarket leads at cost. Yes, even cheaper than the $12 I was talking about earlier. I will also teach you how to effectively generate your own real-time Facebook leads. For a copy of our Final Expense Telesales Medical Questionnaire, or for information on how to order some of our $12 telemarket leads, just shoot me an email at doug@ufesonline.com. For information on our sales system, which includes first-year commission levels between 100 and 120%, email me at the same address. Remember guys, when you put your prospects' needs first, the rest will take care of itself. Go out and do something good for somebody today, and happy hunting.